Hello, Rick here. I work as a handyman in the lower mainland here, and today I'm fixing a clogged drain. I know that a lot of customers have this sort of problem. Uh, One time I was doing work on a customer's house in Vancouver, and well, they asked me, do you fix the clogged drains? And I said no, just because I didn't do it at that time. That was quite a few years ago. But when enough customers ask me for to get work done concerning plumbing, I try to learn how to do it, and then I add it to my business. So yeah, I'll get started here. Just to show you some of the tools that I'm using here. These type of pliers, they can be adjusted. And this is called the P drain area. This is where all the bad stuff collects. So I have to remove these two kind of like turning clips here to take the P drain off, and I'll see what I find inside. So I was taking off the clamps to get the P-pipe off. I ran into some problems. These pliers cannot take the clamp off. The reason why is because they use some type of contact cement for the P-pipe, okay? So there was a clamp here and there was a clamp here. How I got it off was I used my angle grinder to cut the clamps, and then I used a hammer chisel to chisel this part off. You can see that it had to come off in pieces because the contact cement, it's literally that strong. It holds like crazy glue. So it was pretty tough to take off this piece. So when I got the old piece off, this piece is like 40 years old. It was from the 1980s, and you go to the hardware store or the plumbing store, you just cannot get this piece anymore. So what they told me at the plumbing store was that I have to cut the existing pipe inside there and, well, put the new piece in. And I probably like to put this piece in because The reason why is it's got this little cap at the bottom. If the P-pipe ever gets filled up with a lot of guck and everything inside there, I can just undo this, let it drain out. No need to call the plumber, okay? So you don't have to panic when you accidentally get something down the drain and you're thinking, oh, it's gonna get stuck. It's not good. Well, it will get stuck down here, and you can just undo it maybe, I don't know, once every few months, and then just clean it out. So I changed out the P-trap here under the sink, and when I changed it out, I kind of opened up a can of worms before. The tailpipe, okay, that's directly under the sink, it apparently cracked. So you can see it here, okay? It cracked, right? So I had to, well, I thought it was easier just to take out the entire piece. And you can see the tail piece, okay? This is nice and clear. This was on the rinse side of the sink. Standing at the sink is the right-hand side. Now this was the wash side. Look how much sludge is inside, quite a bit. So even changing out the P-trap, okay, it probably would not have made much of a difference, the water flowing through. You have to remember, this is grease And this customer also eats a lot of rice. When this rice gets stuck in with the grease, it just plugs it all up. And the hole, like, I mean, wow, it's probably lost about 60% of the hole. Okay, well, this is what it should look like, okay? And then, like I say, look how small the hole is now. All that stuff around there, okay, that's all grease that has built up over 40 years. Well, I'm all finished here. I just wanted to change out the P-trap, but it was more than I thought, because the tail piece was all rusted, and when I was trying to change out the P-trap, it cracked the tail piece, so I decided to change out the whole unit. So it took me longer than I thought, but yeah, it's all finished. It looks good, and yeah, Ars Vinyl windows. I do a lot of other handyman stuff too. So Ars Vinyl windows, 778-863-1944. So I just ran a full sink of water through the pipes. It's going through like Niagara Falls. It's I couldn't have believed that, you know, after cleaning out, changing the pipes under the sink, cleaning the tail pipes of all the gunk in there would make such a difference. And well, you saw in the tailpipe, you know, how narrow the hole was. Probably lost about 60% of its flow just because there was so much grease buildup in over 40 years. But yeah, I just ran a full sink of water through, went through very fast. I'm running through another sink full of water just to, you know, flush out the system, make sure that, you know, everything's clear. Just wanted to show you how fast the water is running through right now. This is a full sink, remember? It's all the water is almost all through now. Okay, completely drained. Probably only about maybe 8-9 seconds.